first, look.
So we said it before. I'm going to start with the finale. I thought the finale was brilliant. Mm-hmm. I thought it was somber and heartfelt and just overall felt complete. And honestly, if this is the last we see of Loki, I'd be okay with that.
Sorry, Kio's jumping around. Yeah, I agree. Well, I'd be pretty upset, actually, if we didn't see Loki again. But I agree.
Yeah, I mean, more as a series.
Yeah. Watching the finale, it was very much a series finale, and it felt like that. So, but yeah, like you, I was in a place where I was like, okay, again, this is maturing. 2 seasons, 2 good seasons, 12 good episodes. Okay, that's fine. Don't push it. Don't give me a shit 3rd season just because you can make money off of it or whatever. But yeah, I think the Loki series as a whole has been the clear frontrunner of all of the Disney Plus shows for sure.
Yeah, but just one of the best things Marvel's done.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, a lot of that is Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Because he plays Loki. He has always played Loki with so much passion and so much depth.
Yeah.
Like, even from the beginning, when he wasn't that old also when he started being Loki.
He recently did he was on Jimmy Fallon because, again, the actor strikes have ended. So they were like, get out there.
Go.
And he was cast as Loki when he was 29.
Yeah, like that's...
And he's currently 42, 43.
That's a big chunk of your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a big reason why it was so successful. I think they got an amazing cast for both seasons. Yeah, it just felt like so much care and attention went into Loki. I can't say that for the other Disney Plus shows.
Right.
But it's one of like the best story arc. Loki's story arc throughout all of Marvel everything has been like beautiful. It's
just been one of my favorite arcs.
Yeah.
This sounds weird to say, talk about weird.
Uh-oh.
To have just like grown up with.
I talk about this all the time because we get shit on all the time for being like, oh my god. Like, I remember when I cried in the movie theater for the first time in my life when I watched Tony Stark die.
Yeah.
And I got clowned by one of my college friends. And I was like, I've been watching this man play this character since I was in middle school.
Yeah.
Like, it's been most of my life. Like, you expect me not to be sad? A little sad?
There wasn't a dry eye in the house. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, because they didn't watch it.
I'm getting teary-eyed thinking about it.
I know. They didn't watch it. And, I mean, that's fair. But, yeah, we have to think. You have to think about it like that sometimes. Like, this has been happening. This has been going on since 2008. That was a very long time ago.
Right. And I agree. I think Tom Hiddleston being an executive producer on the show definitely helped with that. But
I agree.
He's been given one of the most incredible just arcs, like Loki as a character, and it doesn't happen without Tom Hiddleston.
He had like 2 arcs. He had 2 arcs, but because of how they jumped.
But because it's still felt managed, so like full circle.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those performances you see on film that you're kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm just, it's the sentimental artist in me. But I kind of feel like lucky to have gotten to watch it. You know, like you see this character's, not to get cheesy, but like his glorious purpose come full circle, right? And that's just a testament to the show. And the season was overall, again, fantastic. It felt like it carried on the story of the first season, but this season kind of had its own identity.
Yeah.
And brought something different. Like, I like how in season 1 we got to go to all these various timelines and see all the different Lokis and stuff. That was cool. That was fun. Episode 5 of that, where, you know, we see classic Loki do is still one of the coolest things. But this was different. It felt it felt personal. Like, even though is still like multiversal, like time travel and all this.
It was about a group of friends, really.
It still felt like a very personal story to Loki. and his new family, essentially, right?
Because his old family's fucking gone. Yeah. Oh my god, this poor man.
And then it just had some cool shit, like in the whole first episode. The whole first episode is just so chaotic, and there's some really cool stuff they do with like the camera work and and just the effects.
The sound is always great too.
And I mean, you mentioned the cast, Ki-hye Kwan, just what an perfect addition. Correctly, what a perfect addition to the cast. His energy. You can just feel it through the screen. And it's just, I don't know. I just get so happy every time I see him on screen.
Yeah. Although we did have he's like so pleasant that there were periods of time where we were both like, is he like the secret bad guy? If OB ends up being the Kang variant that we continue with.
Honestly?
As Kang. Listen. I wouldn't be upset.
What would we be
I think he could be Sinister.
Yeah.
If he wanted to.
He's Mephisto.
Oh my god.
And I mean, yeah, just everyone in this show just really brought it. And again, it felt like, I don't know. I'm like, man, it feels different than a lot of Marvel content we've gotten recently. And again, I think it's because, if nothing else, they have to knock this out of the park, right?
Yeah. And also, I mean, it's 6 episode seasons, which isn't a lot. I mean, they were probably still very expensive. Especially, I feel like this series was more probably VFX heavy than the first.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, maybe actually now that I'm thinking about it, because they had like the whole like last 2 seasons, or in that one where they were running from that. Okay, maybe not. But I just felt like Loki season 2 wasn't rushed out. When did the first season of Loki come out? 2020? 2021?
2021, I think.
And 2023. That's 2 full years.
That we've had to wait.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? If this is what we got, that's fine.
2022. I'm not sure.
Let me check. But it doesn't feel like they were like pushed it 2021.
Okay.
So yeah, 2 years. It doesn't feel like they were. My first instinct was to say shit it out. Sorry, guys.
They weren't shat out.
They weren't shat out. Like get them out. Right. You know what I mean? It felt like they took their time on it, and I think I agree with you.
It shows.
It had to be. This is the one that needs to be good. This is the one that needs to be well thought out, especially going forward from where we left off. I feel like they knew that they were going to have to set up a lot of world building, I guess, for future projects in this one. They were gonna, I mean, how do you explain fucking time travel and all these universes? Like, you have to take time and care into doing that to set your foundation for the future. They couldn't fuck it up.
Right. But this, it's just such a great series. And again, it was like, every now and again, I'm like, man, what a time we live in to like experience something like that. And I'll be sad if we don't see Tom Hiddleston.
I think or any of them.
But
I think we will.
But just the ending was just so like, man, dare you say, but it was kind of beautiful in like a really sad way.
Oh yeah, it was very somberly beautiful, kind of like Silent Night. Like Silent Night's like a borderline a scary song. But it's like so pretty. Anyway, it felt like that. But yeah, and what a just heartbreaking ending for a character who like he was a villain. He was a villain who didn't care about anybody.
Right.
Not even his own family, for the most part. And he had to, like, learn. And then at the end of this journey, where does it lead him? He's alone, the one thing he didn't want to be, on a throne, which he didn't want.
Right.
Keeping all of time together for his friends so they can
live lives.
So they can have free will. Right. Not even live lives. So they can have free will. In every universe, in every timeline.
Right.
That's so beautiful.
Right.
He's just a good guy. What was I doing this for? I was telling myself to remember something and then I forgot it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. Love when that happens.
Well, you think about that for a while. It's like me thinking about that book. I still don't know what I was going to say from it.
What book? Oh, yeah. I remember what I'm talking about. What was I going to say? I don't remember. Keep going.
Well, anyway, let us know what y'all thought of Loki Season 2.